Have you ever been added to a WhatsApp group promising substantial returns on crypto investments? In the past 4 months, hundreds of these groups have sprung up, operated by unidentified individuals under names like XYZ Fortune VIP, XYZ Get Rich VIP, and XYZ Contract VIP. They follow a consistent pattern, operating with minimal company information and without any legal documentation. Each day, these groups see crypto investments ranging from $400 to $500. Major crypto scams like BitConnect, Gain Bitcoin, and OneCoin have drawn considerable attention for their strategies. However, the latest addition to this landscape appears to be scams proliferating through WhatsApp, leveraging its growing user base in India over the past 18 months. This tactic mirrors similar strategies observed in China in 2018 and 2019, where crypto entities migrated to WeChat to evade investigation. In India, the surge in these WhatsApp groups began around August 2021, with pseudonymous individuals posing as Bitcoin investment analysts and guaranteeing returns of 95 to 100%. While the majority of displayed cell numbers in these groups are from India, some, including those of group admins, originate from places such as Hong Kong, Indonesia, the UK, and African countries. Intriguingly, many Bitcoin investment analysts provide help numbers exclusively from Hong Kong. These groups share a common structure in their names, like XYZ Get Rich VIPXX, XYZ Fortune VIPXX, XYZ Contract VIP, where XX denotes changing numbers. The content typically includes promises of wealth through Bitcoin trading, often employing hyperbolic language like "from rags to riches." Understanding the mechanism of these crypto scams is vital. After adding hundreds of members, a person posing as a Bitcoin investment analyst initiates a welcome note, guiding participants on Bitcoin trading groups affiliated with entities like BTQW Investment Consultants Limited. Subsequently, they elaborate on Bitcoin contract investments. The surge in these WhatsApp groups started around August 2021, with individuals posing as Bitcoin investment analysts, guaranteeing returns of 95–100%. These scams are not just limited to WhatsApp, they have also infiltrated other messaging platforms. Now let's dive into the hidden world of deceptive promises. The structure and content of these scam groups are often alarmingly similar. They typically adopt names that echo wealth and prosperity, such as XYZ Fortune VIP, XYZ Get Rich VIP, or XYZ Contract VIP. The suffixes are changing numbers, making them appear as if they're part of a vast and successful network. The content they share is equally intriguing. These groups frequently make grandiose promises of wealth through Bitcoin trading. They assure potential investors that they can turn their financial situation around, from struggling to make ends meet to living a life of luxury. The language they use is deliberately persuasive and often hyperbolic, designed to attract those dreaming of a quick route to financial success. The individuals behind these scams are skilled in manipulation, using a combination of reassuring language, promises of high returns, and a sense of urgency to persuade potential investors to part with their hard-earned money. They create an illusion of a thriving community, with hundreds of members supposedly reaping the benefits of their investments. These groups also leverage the reputation of established cryptocurrencies, particularly Bitcoin, to add an air of legitimacy to their operations. They often pose as Bitcoin investment analysts, providing guidance and supposed insider knowledge to their group members. By associating themselves with a well-known and widely accepted cryptocurrency, they aim to gain the trust of potential investors, making their deceptive promises more believable. But the truth is, these groups are nothing more than a facade, a carefully constructed illusion designed to lure unsuspecting individuals into a dangerous trap. The promises of wealth and prosperity are nothing more than bait, used to reel in those who dream of financial independence and success. Remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. It's important to stay vigilant and skeptical of any investment opportunity that promises sky-high returns with little to no risk. These groups often employ hyperbolic language like "from rags to riches" to lure potential investors. Scene script: Once they have their victims' attention, these scams employ a consistent pattern of operation. The first step is the addition of hundreds of unsuspecting individuals to these groups. Then, a welcome note is initiated by a person posing as a Bitcoin investment analyst. They assure the members of high returns and guide them on the journey of Bitcoin trading. They are affiliated with entities like BTWW Investment Consultants Limited and use their name to gain trust. Next, they elaborate on Bitcoin contract investments. They paint a picture of exponential profit growth, promising returns that seem too good to be true. They play on the desire for quick wealth, using language designed to entice and excite. They assure the group members that they can guide them from rags to riches, that they hold the secret to untold wealth. The procedure that follows is quite systematic. First, they guide the group members to obtain a cryptocurrency wallet from platforms like Binance. They stress the importance of having a secure digital wallet to store the Bitcoin, further legitimizing their claims. Next, they instruct the members to set up an account on a specific exchange, such as WTP. They assure the members that these exchanges are secure and reliable. They make it seem like a simple, straightforward process, further enticing the group members. Then comes the selection of an investment plan. They present a variety of plans, each promising higher returns than the last. They make it seem like the more you invest, the more you stand to gain. They encourage the members to invest as much as they can, promising that the higher the investment, the higher the returns. Links shared in these groups often lead to exchanges like GD Global, aka BTW, WTP, and Coin Global for Bitcoin contract investments. In the end, it all comes down to this. They share links that lead to these exchanges, guiding the group members to make their investments. They make it seem like a simple click is all that stands between the members and their potential wealth. But in reality, it's the first step into a world of deceit and loss. Let's delve into the financial aspect of these scams. As we peel back the layers of deception, we reveal a complex web of transactions that underscores the sheer scale of these operations. The financial flows in these crypto scam groups are nothing short of staggering. Every day, transactions in these groups amount to between $400 and $800, spread across 3 to 4 orders. This may not seem like an astronomical sum on its own, but when we consider the sheer number of these groups, the total begins to paint a rather alarming picture. Let's do some quick math. If we assume that at least 100 groups have been active for the last 4 months, and each group sees an average daily transaction of $500, we begin to see the scale of the operation. Multiply $500 by 30 days, and we have a monthly transaction total of $15,000 per group. Multiply that by 100 groups, and we're looking at a whopping $1.5 million per month across all active groups. But let's not forget, these are conservative estimates. The real figures could be much higher. After all, we're only accounting for 100 groups. The actual number of active groups could be significantly higher, and the average daily transaction value could also be more than our conservative estimate of $500. The total monthly transactions for all active groups, therefore, could be well into the millions of dollars. That's a staggering amount of money flowing through this crypto scam ecosystem every single month. And it's a sobering reminder of the scale of these operations. We're not talking about small-time fraudsters operating from their basement. These are sophisticated operations, leveraging the latest technology and exploiting the naivety and greed of unsuspecting victims to siphon off vast sums of money. So the next time someone promises you a quick route to wealth through Bitcoin trading, remember the old adage, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Assuming at least 100 groups have been active for the last 4 months, with an average daily transaction of $500, the total monthly transactions for all active groups could be around $15 million. There are several red flags that raise concerns about these crypto investment schemes. First and foremost is the veil of anonymity. Members within these groups use generic language, carefully masking their names and details to avoid identification. This lack of transparency alone should be a cautionary sign. In the world of legitimate investment, transparency is key. But in these groups, you'll find an opaque wall of pseudonyms and generic titles, making it impossible to verify the identity of the person promising you those tantalizing returns. Secondly, there's a concerning lack of company details. The companies mentioned in these groups provide minimal, if any, information about their operations. This raises a big question: who are you actually investing with? In a legitimate investment scenario, you'd know exactly who you're dealing with, the company's name, its history, its track record. But with these groups, you're essentially left in the dark. Thirdly, there's the issue of legal documentation, or rather the lack thereof. No contracts are signed, no terms and conditions are provided, and there's no legal recourse if things go awry. That's a massive risk to take on, especially when dealing with substantial amounts of money. And let's not forget the promise of high returns. It's a classic feature of investment scams. The promise of quick, substantial returns with little to no risk. But as any seasoned investor will tell you, high returns always come with high risk. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So how can you protect yourself? Do your homework. Research any investment opportunity thoroughly. Look for transparency, legal documentation, and realistic returns. Be wary of anyone who refuses to provide this information or makes promises that seem too good to be true. Always remain vigilant and do thorough research before investing in any crypto schemes, especially those promising high returns.